Okay, well, that was hard to control, but
That Dunwall Tower all across this cursed city. Where are you, Corvo Atano? Lord Protector, forgive me for saying it, but you look like death warmed over.
It's been an unusual day. There's a coup underway and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton. The Duke's here with a woman named Delilah who's seized the throne. They have Emily and I barely got out. For now, I have to get away, recover my footing.
Bad things always seem to happen in Dunwall. Feels like the end of the world.
I need to get to Karnaca, where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
The dreadful whale will get you there. Should we go?
Let's go. Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow.
what happened to your weapons?
I remember this endless cold.
This again.
Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another Empress. Delilah was born a pawn, but now she's got the throne. 15 years ago, the assassin Dao could have warned you about her if you'd bothered to ask. But you were too busy for questions. Times have changed, Corvo. And you haven't been watching the dark corners of the world. Maybe living in a palace has made you soft. What happens when you push a man farther than he ever thought he could go? Does he snap? And what happens when he tries to go home? Maybe you'll finally learn what it feels like to kill an empress. Dad could have told you about that, too.
No, I never asked for your help, and I don't need it now.
Another surprise. So be it.
Never thought I'd be here again. There you are.
Know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Jessamine, if all I can hear are the last echoes of your voice, that's enough.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can. There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky. There is a strange power in this place.
Who is Delilah, really? Jessamine's sister? Bearing the outsider's mark?
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth, until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaka, I was just 18. boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn, and I'd been up all night dancing, 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now?
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. The Duke's probably not back from Dunwall yet. You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know. We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right, wherever he is.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Cole must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Jewel. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of that, and some good, before and after the rampage. But here in Canada, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen, you and your father. But I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There
must be You're up. The Duke's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be struck.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Gristone years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share.
If he isn't tinkering or painting, Sokolov's chasing life. Or he used to.
Terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father. And I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. How sad to see you sick.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right, wherever he is. Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
I'd take you to Addermeyer by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Addermeyer. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Addermeyer, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermeyer. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger. You know the skipper?
The dreadful whale. No, it's not on the registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from Warwick.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband they're no doubt waiting on.
Good thought. They give us a piece of the confiscation?
Yeah, we pass it along to another ship at a discount. Then we all split the take.
Just don't forget about me. Loading crates sure beats smoke-flashing houses to kill off the blood flies. Never doing that again. Oh, maybe 2 more months here in Karnaca before it gets really bad and I ship out for Colorado.
Not sure it's safe.
Of course I am.
Yeah, trust my butcher, but how can he be sure there aren't any of those filthy grubs in my steak?
I just boil everything. Simple as that. Tastes like shoe leather, but it's better than eating blood fly larvae. Am I right?
I only buy meat if I see the animal killed in front of me. And I cook it right away.
That's another solution. I miss the days when you could look at a dinner plate without having nightmares.
I'll stop at the warehouse when we're done. See if anybody wants to pop over to the Crone's Hand for drinks and dice.
Fewer ships coming into the city. Everyone smells the blood. I'll get the scars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Fellow Circonans in the
He's made a dog's breakfast out of wood.
Use restrictions are now in place due to the political assassination.
Hey, come here.
The former Empress Emily
A new customer with coin, I bet.
the Grand Circonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all
Ah, you want blueprints for better weaponry.
compliance is mandatory.
Glad we could do business. You won't regret it. I'll take that deal.